Alright, unboxing video time. I'm not sure what's in here. I think there's going to be a bunch of shit. So, excuse my language, and I might have just stabbed something with the scissors in there. Hopefully it's something good. I think it's going to be multiple items, so we'll act like the next video is something different. Or maybe only one thing. Okay. So we didn't get the other stuff yet. I'm supposed to get some new tank tops. This is a tripod stand for projector and laptop. So we will take the parts out and I'll do a separate video assembly. And I just keep knocking stuff over all over the place. It's a problem when you get too big. Just run into stuff. Alright, so what are we going to use this for? Looks like everything was a little blurry. I want to be able to put either a laptop on this or the auto tracking camera. You guys may have saw that. Let's just get all the parts out and figure out what the hell we're looking at. So most likely this will be not well balanced. Most likely the place where the laptop goes will be weak. Most likely we will be disappointed, right? Maybe not. I feel like we need more light. There we go. So packing list. This is a nice manual, so if that could be a good sign. Now I think I got this for 24 bucks. Tempting to get additional ones. Storage, so it folds up. And I have a projector. I've got a crap ton of laptops. Let me move this slightly over so I can get in here. Crap ton of laptops. You know, maybe we'll just go ahead and put it together in this video. Doesn't look like it's going to be that difficult. You know, whenever I have to get parts out, then I get like, oh, no, I don't want to. I got to get motivated. So there's little caps here to protect these threaded posts on both sides of this thing. All right, and it looks like this thing unfolds somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna get it unfolded, but somehow it unfolds. I have to put a screwdriver in there, folks. Weird. So it doesn't want to open up. There we go. Okay, so there you go. This is the tray. Okay, that's our tray. And it would appear that we're going to tighten something down to it. So maybe we'll be doing this upside down. One of the legs. And we just heard a part fall off. That's never a good sign, folks, when you have a bag like this. And there's a loose part in there. So there's a lot of parts in here, actually. Hey, they give you a little Phillips head screwdriver. This would appear to be the back plate. And they put it in a bag that's slightly smaller than it needs to be. Bunch of Velcro. Let me see if I can back up just a little bit more. I feel like we're just not doing a good job with the angles. A lot of times I'll have multiple camera angles, and maybe I'll take the best camera angle and make a video out of it. Maybe I'll edit it. I think there's some washers up here. Yep. So yeah, I see why there was some complaints about this. So it looks like that's going to go on there first. Now, where do we put the instructions, guys? hopefully everything will go good. I'm actually kind of tired of sending stuff back. Well, I don't know where the directions went. How did they just disappear like that? Aha! So we found them. So step one, open the 3 feet of base tripod stand. All right, now here's our base tripod stand. 3 feet. You guys see that? We're opening it up. There's a wing nut on here. Okay. So I'm going to tighten it up. Here is the tubing, folks. Rather thin, I will say. Alright, I'm going to put that up on the counter like so. We could have did a better job with the base. I really want to get this part going. So we're going to work backwards to step 2, but I want to do step 4. Unfold the tray, align the rotary joint with the 4 screws of the tray. What? You guys catching what that's saying? Can't even read what that picture says. So we know that these are going to screw on here. The question is, does it matter? I guess does it matter which side that's on? Look at the picture, if we can even tell. It might matter. The gap of collapsible tray. Gap of collapsible tray in half. So this is obviously Chinese made. It obviously has terrible instructions. So we're gonna fucking wing it, folks. I'll just put them fuckers on there like so. Now I apologize to you all for the fact that, hey, maybe I should have assembled this, disassembled it. I get these comments like, oh, you should have did your research. Like, what am I going to go watch somebody else's frickin' YouTube video and then figure out how to do it? No. We're figuring it out here. Okay, so we know that this is going to fit on most likely this guy, and the other end of this will end up on the tripod. So without even bothering with the instructions, we're just going to slip that mother on there. Now, this slides up and down, right? Up and down. So it'll go all the way down. And we want to tighten this down like so. Now I want mine as tall as it's going to freaking get. And then the base, make sure that that's nice and tight, right? We don't want this thing rocking. So they could have did a better job with maybe some rubber feet. Did a little better job on the feet. We're going to back up just a little bit. Okay, we're getting our tray ready. So this didn't look too bad. Now we've tightened all these down, just so you can see that they're tight. And that's obviously going to fit over top. And so you can rotate this, but really, folks, we don't want it rotating. I want this thing level as a mother, you know? So there is a part that's missing somewhere. Oh, check this out. So you've got to push your thumb in on that to make sure it doesn't rotate around. And then we're going to tighten this thing nice and tight, hopefully. Wow, it is not tightening out, folks. So that's bad. If that thing doesn't get tighter, then it's going to freaking not work. I want to work on that a little bit. Just assume that if I keep tightening it, if it gets tight, then we're good. If it doesn't, then we're in trouble. All right, so I kept cranking on this. Oh, geez. Come on, camera. Stupid, cheap Chinese camera stand. I'm not talking about the one that I just bought. I'm talking about the one holding my cell phone up. So that thing's in there now, folks. Pretty tight. So let's go ahead and put this on and just see if we can get this level with the camera stand that I'm using. All right. So this thing here, does this go up any? We're not at 55 inches, that's for sure. If we are, okay, there you go. This goes up even higher. That's good, because I need this thing to haul for the auto tracking camera. I wanted to have this thing up in the air. So now, folks, we're going to have to go back the other direction so you guys can see the tray going on. All right. I don't think we're low enough. There, now we can see it. Okay. So this guy's going to fit on here. And that's threaded. Interesting enough. Why is this threaded for? It would appear if you don't want to use this thing that you could use this for something else. Let me just verify if that's a standard thread. So we have this light here. That would be a nice extra feature. Now I still have no clue why in the hell we have this screw and a nut here. Does this fit on here? Okay, so this is a standard threading. Cool. So for $24, I can also use this as a light stand. These LED lights are pretty cool. I have not used one. I had two of them. I actually got them for free. And one of them died, but... Alright. Now, the only question, folks, is where in the hell is the other aspect of this thing? And why do we got a screwdriver for? What's the point of that? So we're going to loosen the wing nut, and that gets it down low enough, and voila. Okay. Now this thing looks to be, is it bent or is it me? Interesting. So I am not comfortable putting a freaking laptop up there. I'll put one of my cheap, wow, look at that. So you can easily knock shit over. That's not good. Not good, right? So let's try and tighten this up more. It's not that one. And it still moves, folks. Yeah, I don't know about this. Now there's Velcro in here. Are these straps something we can use to ensure? Maybe this is what you would use with the... Alright, so we're going to go back to the instructions. Let's take a second to read. Okay, so the Velcro straps, you can see, are for, say, a projector. Now, how would you use this for a laptop? So let's go grab a projector. Alright, so we've dropped this thing down. Now this is where you pray to God this isn't a total piece of shit. Make sure that you put your weight completely over center of this thing. And then probably good to have somebody else helping you with this, I would say. Heard the wife go outside. Hopefully she's gonna cook me some dinner. Because we all know that's what men want, right? All right, so it's on there, folks. Now I'm gonna plug this in, and there's nowhere to plug it in over that way. Oh, you know what? Problem is, even if I turn it on, there's nothing really to project onto. All right, so I'm gonna find a wall socket, and then I'm going to grab the camera, and we'll just turn this thing on. Another nice thing about being a influencer, they sent me this projector and another projector. Kind of a piece of crap, but hey, it was free, and it works. I like 4K personally. Okay, so then focus onto the thing. But yeah, that's a small projector. These straps are not going to be good enough for my big projector. And honestly, a laptop I don't feel safe on here. I thought I would buy a second one of these stands, folks, but you can tell if you can't tighten that up more, what in the heck am I going to do to ensure my products are safe, right? There is no additional support. I don't like the fact this thing rotates. Where would that come in handy? Like, hey, let's raise our picture, right? So I can just put my hand back there, and as long as the thing's super tight, it'll stay on there. But this thing, the legs could be a little further out, right? So the heavier this gets up top, obviously the center of gravity is shifting. If you don't have anything on here, center of gravity is somewhere probably underneath this pan. Who knows exactly? I'd have to model in 3D and computer design, figure it out. But you put this thing on here, now your center of gravity is roughly, somewhere near the bottom of that projector, most likely. And so it makes it real easy to knock over, most likely, right? Like, I ain't putting a lot of effort into that, and it already wants to fall. So that is negative. Now, I just moved it, and you can see we are all kinds of cockeyed. I don't know if I did the legs. So something else adjusted. Man, that's scary, folks. What did yours truly do to this thing? Was it the leg? Okay, well, not really sure if the pan. Okay, so the pan does rotate. It was the legs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend this, right? I like to have links down below. Hey, buy this, but buy at your own risk. Very small projector on here. If I was motivated, I'd put a bigger one on. If I could find the bigger one. Yeah, I don't know where the bigger one is, folks. So we'll just, I really don't even want to put a laptop on here. Hey, you know what? I've got a laptop we can put on here that's crappy. All right, folks, so I've got a 15.6 inch laptop. And so it will fit in the tray. From this angle, you can't use the bands. Now, I would not even think about trying to type on this thing. I think that is rather scary. Now, this laptop, I can no longer get to charge, and I haven't bothered to. I have not bothered to try and get it fixed. So if it craps out. All right, so there is some serious freaking tilt to this thing, folks. You see that? Like, obviously this part of the laptop appears to be heavier, so center of gravity is not over this thing. And if we were to measure this, hell, you would think you'd put the, maybe we need to flip it around. There might be a certain way you have to put this on here. You would think the post would be in the freaking middle. Okay, so in actuality, my laptop barely fits in here, if it even fits. And so putting it on that way, the post is actually upright. Now, if I had, and I hope this is getting recorded, I would have to drop this down. So there's nothing holding this thing on to the tray, okay? But I could actually type on here. Once again, it seems to be leaning this way for some reason. So what that tells me, these shafts are freaking flimsy and weak as shit. And now, look at this thing, folks. It is leaning backwards. And there's no way for me to tighten that anymore. Like, I'm probably the absolute strongest person in tech that you're ever going to see. Doing these videos on YouTube. And if I can't get that damn thing tightened to the point where it doesn't go anywhere, I don't know who the hell you're going to find that can. So that is, this thing sucks. $24. Do yourself a favor, folks. Buy a more expensive one, all right? So thanks for checking out the video. I'm done. I'm going to box it up, send this shit back. Later.